All right, we're live. Thank you for watching the VOD. I guess I should probably update Discord and tell folks that I'm actually streaming after all, because I just said I wasn't going to stream until tomorrow. So let me do that. You guys hang in there for a minute while I do that. Where did I even do that? Oh, in the live stream channel. That's right. Hey, XC, what's going on, dude? Hey, Dark Inside. Also lied in Slack, so let me correct that as well. Then I'll get you guys some music. It's too quiet. I know, it's too quiet. Hey, Zombucket. Edit, message, select all, strike through. All right, cool. I think we're caught up then. Let me get you guys some music so it's not so quiet in here. It's probably weird that it's so quiet. Fallen Pass. Let me know how the levels are on that. Hey, Death Rider. Death Rider, I think I've seen you in some video comments on YouTube. What's up, Swanee? Phineas said cool orc. Funny. Oh, Death Rider representing in the comments. I like that robot hand. What's up? Where'd you get that, Quixana? From ZBrush. Nice. It's armored hand. It's not a robot hand. I just naturally saw myself in it. What's up, Drew? Uncle Jay, Florane. So I'm just now shaking another headache, but I think we tracked it down. I think it might have to do with like blood sugar or something. Blasted me after dinner. So Dark Inside said, playing some Helldivers 2 right now on PlayStation. I'm going camping in Florida on the 14th for a week and a half. Camping in Florida, that's always an adventure. But maybe it's cold enough that you're not going to get eaten by the skeeters. Who else came in here? Frankenbeans, Chaz Solo, Dargeth. Diabetes? We'll see. I just had a bunch of blood work done. I need to go pick it up, but my blood work so far is saying that I'm pretty awesome. But who knows, man? I have pretty low blood pressure, so that may be a factor. I did my checkup last week, and my blood pressure is like it was 100/60. Sorry, I got a lot of shit to adjust. I finally disassembled my computer area and cleaned it all, vacuumed, dusted. I took my machine apart, my PC, I cleaned it. Wasn't very dirty inside, so that's cool. Cleaned it. You'll be proud of me. I ordered new RAM, installed that about an hour and a half ago. So I've gone from 16 gigs of RAM, 2200, to 64 gigs of RAM at 3200. So whoever it was that was talking shit in the comments in YouTube, about how many game developers don't know anything about their hardware. All I have to say is that's absolutely true. And I still don't know anything about hardware, but I knew enough to buy, install some RAM, and then push the turbo button on my BIOS. So, what's up, Nicodemus? Where'd I download my RAM from? Best Buy. Best Buy online. Got to watch out. Hypotensive. Careful with that. Yeah, that might be an issue. Well, look, the doctor didn't think anything of it. I've got a pretty decent low heart rate and a you know, my blood pressure has always been relatively chill. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Could be a thing, I guess. But we'll see. But yeah, here's something lately has been getting me with some headaches. And this happened right after I ate. And so we're going to do... Because every once in a while, Jasmine will get those little, like, automatic blood sugar monitors that you can just, like, stick in. And they stay taped on for a while and you just track it on a map. So I haven't done that before, but we're going to get those installed in me, and I seem to lack a lot of tension. It's a front, man. I try to act calm and reserved and stuff on stream. Salt gives you a kick in the ass for hours. So tonight it was like I don't eat a lot of rice, and so it was rice, kind of quasi homemade refried beans, shredded chicken. Not much, man. It wasn't but it's probably the rice and beans that got me. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. If it turns out to be like a blood sugar thing, or if we can track it down to that, it'll be interesting, because that'll be my first weird thing like that. I thought maybe it was artificial sweeteners, because one of the protein powders I was taking a couple weeks ago, or just started taking again a couple weeks ago, got artificial sweetener in it, but I don't think that's it. Anyways, we're just talking about this shit because the game's loading up. As you can tell, my additional RAM doesn't necessarily make a difference in here at the moment. I'm wondering if it's just not zoning in. Maybe I hit a bug. Is the mic low? It could be a position thing. If I'm sounding low to you, it could just be I moved everything around. And I did not tighten this thing. Better now? Cool. Yeah, guys, never be shy about feedback like that. If something doesn't look right or doesn't sound right or whatever, just let me know. Because I'm not like skeletal in some of these folks that are like actually putting effort into their broadcast. I'm just kind of hanging out with you guys a little bit. I should probably up the production values, huh? This is going to sound stupid, but one of the reasons why I haven't upped the production values is that I feel like, depending on what I do, it might come off like I'm starting to try to fake you guys out or something. Hashtag no changes. Nice. We'll really mean it. M&M token. What? Bill said, I had headaches earlier this week after I got ill. I thought I was dehydrated, but it turned out to be caffeine withdrawals. Maybe I need more caffeine. That's what we need to do. Maybe I need to make a caffee. I need to make him a caffee. I have a calming aura. What is wrong with you people? Do you not know my history and background? I only had 2 items named after me in EverQuest. 2. And they tell the story. The Ring of Rage and the Ring of Analogies. Yes. What's up, Brule? Gnomely fans snuck in here. U-Shoes. Primus. Ring of Analogies because I talk too much and I used to basically express everything via analogy. I don't know if I still do that. And then Ring of Rage because opposite of calm. Oh my fuck. Posture also sucks right now. Again. We'll see if we can get in game. You want to see the full 10-10 rage session? I don't really get upset like that about stuff that would be related to you guys or this or whatever. And then the other topics I just don't think it'd be appropriate. What's up, Chinny? What's up, Talet? Tannhauser? I want to get a new chair. I think that'll help with my posture as well. Do I know the history of the Vulak items in EQ where they were named after devs, right? Yeah. I had a standing desk set up exclusively while I worked at King's Isle. I wonder if I need to pull something. I wonder why am I not getting in all of a sudden? Let me check social. Oh, Nick's restarting his zones. Okay. Now it makes all the sense in the world. Belluar. The WoW dude with the new hair. However you pronounce his name. Sorry. He was advertising a chair. Maybe the headaches are something worse than blood sugar. After I have them, I'm even worse at talking. Bellular. Yes, of course. Headaches are not from dealing with you guys. Anyways, he advertised like a chair that was like, it's like $340, but it looks really decent. So you should Google your symptoms. Results are always accurate. No, I don't do that. Why would I do that when I can talk to Dr. ChatGPT instead? Hey, Viro. The Paramatsuri said, headaches been any better, hopefully? Yeah, they were good up until tonight. Right after dinner, I got slammed. Let me click something. I was watching some VODs. I heard you talking about quitting energy drinks recently. When I quit them, I was getting headaches for nearly 2 months after. It was brutal. You know what? I would hate to think that that's the culprit, but it may actually be because these started a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's only been, I don't know, like a month, 2 months since I stopped, and I assumed my caffeine load from just drinking coffee has been enough. So maybe that's it. Let's try to get back in again. Caffeine withdrawal is horrible. A bit unsure why it's downplayed so much. Yeah. Again, like I said, I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was that. Just because I'm still drinking plenty of coffee. Like, I guess I could go in a minute. I could go make like another. I do like half decaf, half caffeinated because I just drink instant. Could go do one of those in a few minutes and see if anything changes about my life, but overall. But yeah, I guess I was drinking a shitload of caffeine a while back because I was drinking like, I don't know, usually the few coffees that I'll have and then 1 to 2 energy drinks depending on the day, and then I was drinking them like every day. They're tasty, I guess. I got in the habit. They were tasty. I was treating myself. And I got out of control, guys. But other than that, I'm fairly healthy. Dargith asking the solid questions. 1 month into the year, how are y'all feeling about the January 26th target for early access? Making the progress you want, more or less? Restarting the dev server again, Chip says. I think it's still a little hard to tell. The primary area of concern at the moment is are the environments. So that's the primary area of concern. It's just environments. If we, I'll say ask this time next month, because then we'll basically be going into sort of rounding out Q1, and I think I'll be able to give you a better answer on that. And you know, the big question is going to be, how much does it eat into what we want to do for the first big update, the first module? Assuming stuff slips, but we're going to be very open with you if we feel like stuff is slipping or whatever. I feel like every once in a while in game development, you'll hit like a tension point. You'll hit a kind of like a little, it's like a little hell level, right? It's a little lump in the road, and stuff will kind of stall for a second, and then you'll be like, okay, yeah, we figured that out. Yeah, I can answer those questions. 1 second. Jason 1990X said, just learned about Eminem last weekend from random YouTube recommendation. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Game design so good. I'm really enjoying watching dev videos too. Nice. Are you a former, did you play any of the old classic MMOs like EQ, UO, AC, Daok, all the way up into like classic WoW? What's your background? Sapporo Matori says Herman Miller and body chair is very comfy. Bought 2 last month for me and my wife. Sounds expensive though. Herman Miller is expensive. The one that I was looking at is like $345. I might be able to pull that off. Let's see. Thanks for uploading the videos. Yeah, I'm trying to just upload them on time now, right? So I'll usually upload Saturday and Sunday, instead of waiting like 3 weeks for some shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for you to have to wait 3 weeks for this video. I apologize for not uploading them sooner in the past. It's a manual process because of the way I don't have it hooked up. Because my Twitch account and my like YouTube, the company YouTube account aren't really linked and all this other stuff. So I got to download them, re-upload them and stuff. But that's fine. It's only a few minutes work. Is there a curve to developing new environments? Like, is it really slow to start and then fast to finish, or steady throughout? Depending on the environment, when we get in, we have an idea really of like what we're wanting to do POI wise and stuff like that. The process we're hoping to follow more and more is either we have a good kind of like sketch up in breakdown. That's kind of like a whiteboard sketch that we've done in something like Excalibur, or when we can, then we get Nicodemus here in chat. We get Bill to draw an actual like map, and then that makes it even easier for the environment guys to kind of wrap their head around what's going on. I would say the hard part is not starting a new environment. The hard part is finishing an environment. So the thing that we're looking at right now is finishing, like just getting the environments closer to what we would consider finished, which requires us to replace all those placeholder textures and stuff. And that's been the big hump, right? So there's that. So getting the existing environments retextured, making some tweaks as needed to the geo, and then we'll probably look at propping a bit more, especially like sort of ground propping, and see, are we happy? Are we going to run with the style? Blah, blah, blah. And then the rest is really just being steady on it. The challenge we have is we're 100%. Yeah, okay, maybe not 100%. We're the vast majority of the team are volunteers, and everybody's doing this in kind of the time that they have. And so we've had people's work situations change. You know, some people were more available, now a bit less available, stuff like that. So and environments are just a big investment. They're a big chunk of art. You know, it's not to downplay characters or anything else, but environments are the world. And so, you know, there's the just the base world building and sort of lore and design and aesthetic design of it, but then also the, you know, player flow and building it out, and then the bugs that appear, and, you know, the weird shit that we find. And then there's always with our guys too, it's always like, hey, we're gonna put a cave in here. It's gonna be a little cave. And then what winds up happening is it's like, you know, it's a entire Velius era small dungeon. And so, okay, that's cool. We'll work with it. But yeah. I think I missed your response. Jason said, my parents wouldn't allow me to play subscription games, so I missed out on those earlier MMOs. RuneScape was my first MMO. Played Final Fantasy 11 and WoW. Right on. It's cool to see folks make it here that that weren't just like straight EQ people or whatever. All right, let me check and see if I got to pull anything. Server's been restarted a couple times, it sounds like. Let me try to get in again. It's funny, I'm not gonna reveal the names of the areas just because spoilers, but I was looking at just a little cave set up in one of our zones. Just a little cave in one of our smaller zones. And I was like, oh, this reminds me of this other zone from back in the day in EQ. And so I hopped in just like the web viewer of the zone and hopped in to take a look at it, to be like, is it kind of like this? Did they have these different elements? And I realized that this little tiny bit of caves in our game is probably at least... Okay, I was going to say half, but let's just say about a third the size of the dungeon that I was thinking of. And I'm like, yep, that's us. When people ask us how many zones we have, it's honestly a little hard to give a straight answer, because it's like, all right, yeah, I think we're going into early access with something like 12 or 13 zones, but I mean, some of the zones have zones in them. So hopefully it keeps you guys entertained long enough. Nope, not the glowing mushroom cave. Is the plan to stick with zones? Yeah. I mean, seamless isn't something that... I mean, it's not something we couldn't have done. It's just we prefer the feel of zones. Uncle Jay. Target says the game already feels pretty large for us nerds playing classic EQ still. Nice. I'm going to take that as a good thing. We'll see how it feels. When people are like walking around with pack animals and mounts and wagons and stuff like that, even if the mounts, everybody, if you're watching this on YouTube, before you leave the comment or question about mounts, the goal with mounts is not to make them faster than player move rate modifiers, like abilities like SAO or whatever. Mounts are something that they may make you move faster than normal running, but they're not there to immediately like compete with, you know, Bard Song and buffs and things like that. And there's plenty of downsides. You know, you've got to feed them and give them water and love them and not have them be killed from underneath you. But they do provide stuff like additional inventory space and the ability to move heavy things and shit like that. So there'll be pros and cons. Don't carry just one mount to have the animation you saw in that video. We might be able to do that. Let me see if I can get in. My hope would be that I would hope that mounts would be useful for point-to-point travel, whereas speed buff could be or more for while you're in combat or exploring indoor areas. Yeah, and we may find some trade-offs like that. People are like, well, I don't want my you know, druid or shaman's buffs to be invalidated. What if you could buff the horse? All right, win-win. How about that? You can buff the horse. All this talk about caffeine's really making me want to go make a coffee. First, let's get into game. Okay, Night Harbor's down, but I can get into other zones. What's up, Fat Matt? How you doing, Fat Matt? Loves spaghetti. I now we eat spaghetti twice a week in my dad's honor now. Every Sunday, because that's when we used to do it. And then we always have leftovers. So like Sunday and Monday we eat spaghetti. All right, let me get in on a different tune. Wouldn't it be funny if all of this really is just withdrawals from energy drinks? Okay, Ollie wants me to try something, and it's one of the biggest reasons for streaming tonight. I want to Centaur bards. If centaurs can be bards, they might be the fastest running. I gotta find that original. Might be the fastest runners. Pretty meta. Energy drink is practically poison, but they're really, really tasty. You can't argue with that fact, can you? Night Harbor, Night Harbor. Sungreed Strand, Night Harbor. Fallen Pass. Kind of low level for that. Nick finally got into Night Harbor. I'm gonna give it one last shot. If Nick got in, I'm gonna give it a shot. Fat Matt says, when I go through my purges, a week without energy drinks, I'm constantly tired, Coffee doesn't do the trick. I have constant headaches, like withdrawal. I wonder what else it is then, if it's not the caffeine. Dargit says, Nick, I hope the new baby and Mrs. are doing well. Cool, I'm in. It runs a bit better. Runs a bit better with 64 gigs of RAM. Even in editor. That's a good sign. Alright. So the thing that Ollie's asking me to do is actually here in chat. I need to try something. Nick's creeping me out right now. Nick, your leg's doing something weird. Oh, man. I don't know if AutoKey's out there tonight. He's been out there recently. Nick, more like thick? She's not thick, my friend. She is the opposite of thick. Let's see if this thing works. Stick? STICC? Did you just make that up, or is that a thing the kids say? We'll see. We'll see if this does anything. Ollie. I'm gonna tell him I tried. It's a pretty character, though. It's a pretty character. That it just there's something wacky going on with the I don't know if it's the waiting or the boning or whatever. The boning. Oops. The boning. As you can tell, I am a very technical game development expert. Um, Ollie said, okay, he fired the command and it worked. Okay. Sorry, I was just catching up. I thought something else was going on. I was like, I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss something, and then I thought there's maybe an opportunity to pull together a little group or something. But on that note, the thing I thought was a thing isn't a thing, but the thing that I thought wasn't working is actually working. So let's catch people up on YouTube for that. Okay, so Ollie came in, he fired the command. Ollie's been working on basically a new command that allows you to enter a little like lottery system or raffle system in stream here. And then you guys roll. And Ollie, what's the... Okay, I'll just read what it says when he fired the command. He said, he fired the command, and it said, Ollie has started the LFG roulette. Type the command roll, so exclamation mark roll, in the next minute to enter the draw. We are taking the top 4 rolls. This session will last a maximum of 2 hours. If you are unable to commit to being in a party for that duration, we ask that you do not roll and allow an opportunity for those who can. We'll do this again. Good luck. And so then we'll clarify how you actually get a hold of us. Today's little test of it was just a test. But the... we'll probably have you like whisper us in here on Twitch. And then we'll get your email address. Sorry, I'm reading Slack as well. Nick's pointing some stuff out. It makes sense. Yeah, so it'll probably basically it'll work the way that we'll run the roulette. You'll enter. If you win, like we'll tell you how many people we're looking for a group. If you win, we'll get your account info from you. And so it'll be from, you'll like send it to like me or one of the mods in chat, or if Nick's here, he'll probably be like, hey, just shoot me a message. And then what we'll do is we'll get you, the winning text says, please contact Robot Nick or Ali on Discord. It'll probably be updated to say like, shoot us a whisper here. And then what we'll do is we'll just grab you guys. So be ready to, essentially, if you enter, be ready to hop in. You'll probably have to patch, and then you can hop in and you'll play with us for the stream. So we'll start doing some streams where we have play tests, like the other night when we duoed. You could come in and fill out the rest of the group, and here's the thing. You won't need to be on comms. You can be potentially. Nick's just saying I need to make sure I have a setting set up. Let's see. Letting randos speak in your stream, Gutsy. Like I said, we may or may not do that. But I'm not too worried about it. I mean, if you say something horrible and what you get is banned, okay, good job, I guess. We'll have to work to get unbanned or something. Actually, that's a fair point. Don't do that. So you may not be on voice comms. And but hey, you can type. You can type just like it's old school. So you can type in group. And then yeah, and then just play with us. If we know you, then maybe voice comms. But like now you got me worried. You guys are weirdos. We boldly go where no other devs have gone before, blazing new trails. You know what? Somebody's got to do the things that other people then ultimately wind up doing. All right. So hopefully that sounds fun. I'll get with the guys and see when the soonest is that we can do this, because we wanna try it out, right? I'll have to make sure I don't forget to check the settings that Nick was just pointing out. Yeah. So continued improvement on the player inventory and paper doll persona, the character sheet. The tabs are not functioning yet. We'll get there. JDon77 says, sir, I have a question. I have a lot of folks asking me to come look at this game, and I have interest. I'm being told all characters will be persisted to the live launch and there'll be no wipe. Is that accurate? I would say that is like 95% accurate. We have no plan to do a wipe once we go into early access. I'm trying to think of a situation that would necessitate a wipe rather than a rollback. Did it die? I'm not seeing anything weird right now. Just Twitch things? Okay. Like nothing is strange. Bitrate's looking good. Well, that's a bummer. Are we back? cool. World War III. Yeah, I was like, I don't know, man. I actually did something to my computer hardware today, so I was like, I don't know, is the computer dead? Nope, it's still there. Man, I'm covered in dog fur. Do I have the paper doll disabled in options? I don't believe so, but let me look. I didn't even know there was... I didn't even know that was an option. I got more wham. Yes, that is correct. There we go. Oh, there I am. In the buff. Thanks, Chip. I sold my GM sword. Character menu is so appealing, just perfection. Hey, that's cool to hear. Continue to give the be sure to give the guys some love on that. Keith's been working really hard on this stuff. Goblin's been working really hard on this stuff. So it's coming together. The interaction window's in. If you didn't see that, it's not like fading the way it should yet, but that's coming in. And so this is we're playing around with it. We'll see if folks like it. Like basically, you'll have the option to resize and move around your windows. My UI is all messed up because I bounce for whatever reason when I move like between scene view and game, and I like sort of minimize this like this, it smashes everything together. It doesn't know to kind of keep it in place. I think it's probably also because I got like weird aspect ratio or whatever. I don't have it locked. I've got free aspect. So if you ever see my UI looking kind of weird, that's just a me thing, because I'm an editor. But yeah, so this will normally pop up when it's being used and then fade back out. And this is where, for kind of the default setup, we'll give you options on like being able to pull it into as a tab into other windows or filter it into your windows and stuff to get out of the way. But the idea was that when you hail an NPC, let's see, is this working? When you hail an NPC, instead of it popping into here, it would pop into here and this window would pop up. And so it would draw your eye to the fact that, you know, there's NPC text or mud actions being kind of kicked at you or whatever. And so when you're doing your newbie quests and stuff, it won't get lost in the spam. Like over here, you got a bunch of shit going on by default. And so the idea is that it would pop up here. So, that was something that Nick suggested 2020. So we're getting around to it. For the NPC text and stuff, and now that we've got mud actions, they come in here as well. We got a little button, like you mouse over. We borrowed that little mouse over dealy here from Pantheon's combat window. It's a nice little flow. So look, then it pops it in here. Oh, is it doing it again? Tonight might not be the best night for a stream, guys. Like 50% of you. I might go make coffee. I don't think it's my internet if it's half of you. Like my bitrate looks fine. No, actually I say that, I click on it, it looks red. Stinsball, thank you for the follow 10 minutes ago. Sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. The Hammerhead said, howdy, this is Icebreaker. Hey, what's up, dude? My blue orcish friend. I'm glad you found this as well. Oh, man. Should I just push the stream to tomorrow? I mainly just wanted to show off Ollie's lottery thing, to be honest. Ollie's bot hacked the Gibson. Worst case, you can change your ingest server on OBS. You may have to walk me through doing that. Ugh. Those of you watching on YouTube, none of this is affecting you. I apologize. What's up, Failsafe? Speaking of YouTube, Bill Baloney says, is Eminem going to have anything similar to Eldon? I still use the water breathing gem I got from that. Oh, you mean like a currency that you build over time from doing adventures? Have not discussed anything of the sort to date. 100 bees. Thank you for the follow. Ollie, do you think we could figure out the lottery thing before Friday? Dargis said, I'd prefer not to have a bunch of hyper-focused currencies. You mean you don't want us to have every city have its own currency? Plus gems, plus talismans, plus... We'll have money changers, don't worry, XP. It works, but it didn't work when I fired the command. I don't think. These people only accept Bijus as currency. Your gold is worthless here. That'll be 5 drachmales. What's up, Keeps? Blake? Magic Man? A lot of people popping in here. There's a question about pre-made characters. What we would do, I think what we'll do is... We'll grab you because it's going to be random. So it could be that everybody that winds up that we pull for the group they're all only comfortable playing like clerics or fighters or something. And then what we'll do is we won't care. And we'll basically, as part of the session, we'll get you in. We'll chat it up. Actually, we'll have to chat it up here. We'll have to say, we need you to play this, you to play that, blah blah blah. And So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out in here before you get started. Then we'll, I think Nick may be actually doing the thing over there. We'll see what he's doing over here. What's he doing? Oh no, he's doing something else. What we'll do is we'll get you in as long as you make the right class. And if you don't, just log out and re-roll, make the right class. We'll give you a few minutes. Don't feel super time pressured. F it, we'll do it live sort of deal then. That's literally the image that is sent Ollie earlier on this topic. We'll get you in. As long as you're the right class, we're good. We'll buff you. We'll make sure that you've got... Nick's super good about like tagging you, buffing you, setting your skills. We'll fill your spell book or abilities books with everything you need. We'll spawn a couple dudes that has gear. You'll just talk to them; they'll give you gear. We'll probably add more if needed. Little gear NPCs as needed. Why don't you just have accounts pre-made with classes for whatever level? Because maybe we'll wind up doing that one day quick. That makes a little bit of sense, but still. Yeah, because I guess we could just give you the accounts. Like the login info. That makes a bit of sense. But then we got to change the passwords and stuff. Anyways, for now, unless we change it before then, we'll just have you log into yours. We'll flag your account, and then yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. That sounds way too corporate for us. Yeah, that does not sound like enough of a. That does not sound enough wacky enough for us. So, yeah, so that's what we'll do, and then we'll come in, and then with whatever time we have left, we'll play for a bit, and then that'll be that. You know, maybe it'll be an hour, maybe it'll be 2 hours, and then that'll be that. And so, yeah. And we swear it's not just like a shameless move to try to get more people to hang out on the stream here, because honestly, I think I told you I don't really. This is. Here. This is what my little setup in here looks like. I don't even check after the stream half the time. Like I learned long ago to not look at the actual viewer count, just because it's not healthy. Don't want to like we're not trying to like bullshit to appeal to numbers. We're just us. And we just do the things that we're doing. And oddly enough, over the years, more and more of you showed up while we did it. And so, you know, this should not be confused with us like trying to get more people to watch the stream or whatever. It's absolutely not the case. And if it turns into like a weird pain in the ass, or if it gets weird in here, then we'll just stop doing it, to be honest. Confused Mike said a minute ago, hey, I found you through Skeletals. The H is silent, like the grave that he sleeps on, I believe is the line. Skeletals vids. Vid that he just did, actually. Really looking forward to the game. Miss Classic MMORPGs. Well, thank you for checking us out. And thanks again to Skeletal for making such a cool video. If you haven't seen it, it was linked in the Discord. If somebody wants to link it here, it's a really nice overview. Glizzy the God. Thank you for the follow a couple minutes ago. Somebody else new. Yeah, Glizzy's new. Can't wait for Eminem. So much hype. Love the work you and the team have put in. Amazing work. Hey, thank you. Is it not skeletal? Oh, but the H part. It's skeletal. The H is silent. I thought it was like the grave that you rested on. Laid on. Laid in? I mean, it is a grave. You should be in it, not on it. Sean doesn't like to parse viewers. Yeah, because then I've got to like parse my behavior as well, and that gets weird. That get awkward. There are 2.5 million people watching right now. I believe that. It's a pretty cool stream. I'm doing a lot of like work and important stuff on here. Sean, just know that I'll love you more for each viewer you turn off to balance it out. Yeah. There's probably going to be a high churn rate. So generally speaking, I was looking at my actual frame rate earlier and the number didn't look like it was much better, but it runs a lot smoother right now. So I noticed I did a couple things with, after I put the new RAM in, I did a couple things to just kind of get the ball rolling with my machine. Is it capped at all? I thought I uncapped it the other day. But I noticed that when I was doing some stuff before I got into game that I was using like 20 gigs of my 64 gigs of RAM, which is odd because I only had 16 until today. So it's odd that shit was working at all. Virtual RAM is the thing. Oh, that's true. Skeletal said you bring up a good grammatical point. Happens when English is not my first language. What is your first language then? Ollie said expands into available space, was probably swapping a lot. Well, it is no longer doing that because I have more than enough RAM. Spanish is your first language. Oh, cool. You're a skeleton, so your English was perfect to me, so I just assumed you were an English skeleton. East 97, hello. Oh. Hey, Pineapple. Nick was trying to show me where to swap servers for Twitch, but I use Streamlabs OBS instead of just OBS. It looks like that's just OBS. And I don't see it anywhere. I haven't had a lot of luck streaming earlier today. Not streaming, but zoning earlier today. Any of the guys on the team, have you been running into that as well, or like it's still showing me in the hierarchy? It's still showing Night Harbor. How to change your server? Interesting. All right. But that's not... Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Thank you for the link. That'll definitely be useful. Check for errors on the client. Didn't see anything crazy pop up. Let me clear that. Evergrowth stays up. Could come in here and kill some stuff. Have you redirected new tunes to Evergrove? Or I guess the new name Evershade. Okay, I'll make a wood elf and pop in there. Did I answer your question earlier? World and zones are restarting now. What's going on with the restarts today? Cool. You guys inspired me so much. I'm teaching myself C#. Right on, dude. Wallabus, not much of an agenda for today. We will be playtesting on Friday. Us in the team. And maybe a few lucky viewers. But I've always got to watch that now because I just say playtesting when it means, like, you know, the team's gonna... A few of us are gonna play, but then you guys get pretty excited and I feel guilty. Zukin, what's going on, buddy? How are things going? So you're still in Ireland? Nice. I am... I think that was his name. Yes. That's his name. Klaus. Any chance we'll be able to free roam the character creation screen again? Throbgrave asked. Ollie, what's going on with that? Do you have an update? Ollie said he needs to patch the client. What did I pick? Ranger? Those good Ranger stats. Where should I put my stats? Nick, where should I put my stats? Strength. Stamina. A little bit of wisdom. Okay. We're good. We figured it out. Deadeye? Okay. Perfect. Fast metabolism because it matches my look. I'm role playing right now, RPing. Survivalist. Cool, I got it. Well, wood elves can be lumberjacks. Isn't that sacrilege? Listen, we haven't figured it all out yet, but I could say maybe they're just very gentle. They're gentle about it. Why did I hit settings? What am I even doing? Nick, do you wanna come on voice, or you're gonna text it for now? Is Infravision properly working with Unity 6 lighting changes to stuff? That's a good question for Chip. Nick said yes. But is that to the Infravision or to the voice? Chip said it is, but the new lighting stuff is only in Night Harbor and the lighting there is still work in progress. Hey, what's up, Liz Biscuits? I'm just gonna assume he meant voice, and I'm gonna go that way. Oh, okay. I just saw it in group sec. I'm gonna hop into voice. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. Just fingled. Oh man. I love the compliments I get when they're like, Sean, you've got such a calm voice. Your mastery of the English language is so good. It's so relaxing to hear you speak English. What an orator. Yeah. We love you the way you are. Thanks, Liz. I'm gonna do the in-game music. Once you hop in, we'll adjust it.
I'm in.
There he is.
Am I loud? Quiet?
You're quiet to me, but it's probably because I talk again.
Hello?
I think you're good all the way around.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey, chat.
Backer idea, me reading the manual, $50 tier. Whatever floats your boat, buddy. A little
How about
loud
now?
now. How about now?
How about now?
The monitor says we're evil. We're evil. We're equal. We're even. I'm done with English for today. Done talking to you people. Evil is not letting us all in to join you. Liz, you missed earlier our announcement. Next stream, we've got a new thing set up that Ali made that allows us to do a lottery in the stream chat, and then it will select people that can then come in and play with us. How about that? How about that?
I feel bad for those test winners, though. You know.
Why? Oh, the ones that won today?
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like they need a consolation prize at some point.
yeah, that's true. Do we have their names written down?
Yeah, it should be in the stream VOD chat. So.
There's no way we'll see that, I don't think. Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. For Twitch, not YouTube. Yeah. Atomic Dime Bag says, any idea on when the next test will be? Really missing some M&M. We don't know yet. We don't know. Apologies.
What do you mean the next one's about to happen? We're about to test the game right now. We're gonna kill some stuff in here.
Yeah, but not with them. If you're lucky, Friday. If you win the little lottery thing in here on Friday. I gotta adjust my sounds apparently. What? Options.
Font has a sound effect now.
Sound effects should have been working. Huh. Not hearing that. Thanks. Thank you, Dargith, for noticing. I don't know how that got checked. Weird. Okay. Now we're... Do you always look out for my failures? No worries. Thank you. I'm glad you got my back. I've got a bow and arrows. Nice. I should do ranged. Is that new from the trim sheet? The character sheet? Yep. It is new. It is in progress. Love the auto melee range transition on rangers. Feels really good. It really does. From the moment it went in, it felt good. Damn. That's what you get for attacking little people, dude. What are you thinking?
No, it's messed up. Got a taunt here in a second. Uh-oh.
Yeah, all the textures are placeholder at the moment. I'll have you know, I did not start this fight. Nick's the one that randomly attacked the Dryad. That was... I would never have done that. Jeez. Use my abilities. I was using my abilities mostly. Yeah. Make a ranger. Immediately die. Rangers get gate at level 1. Oh. That's not my corpse? I just assumed. Sorry. I just ran to the first corpse I saw. Thought at one point druid and rangers weren't aggro to animals. Did that change? A lot of stuff will be changing in here over time. Loot all feature considered yet? It's been brought up a bunch. The feeling of like actually having to grab your stuff and put it on your corpse and have it take a little bit of time feels worth preserving. The only automated just like approach that we've discussed in the past that is currently a possibility is like having it be something that's kind of like a channeled ability where it slowly loots for you, but I mean, unless you're dying like a lot, it's really not that much clicking. Hashtag not classic. Have the loot spray out of the mob as voxels on the ground you have to run around and collect. You run up and kick your corpse like a pinata and have to chase your items around the zone. Poor wasp. Exploded. Not quite sure where that arrow went. Thank you. That was a pretty aggressive little wolf. Wait, there are no guards over there, I don't think. Are there? I'm glad the ranger experience is true to form. He does look shifty. Welcome to the elf starting zone. Just a healer. 7 says looks fun. How's he healing in game right now? I feel like it's good when we're playing a little bit. When we're playing other characters and actually have some healing with us. Where did you go? Did you die? Are you still alive, Nick?
We gotta punch this wolf to death. I died.
Oh, that's what that is. I was like, what is that roar? I thought the roar was something attacking me. It's my bestial taunt, apparently. I have a very deep voice when I taunt as a wood elf.
You do.
This is how I prefer to run around a forest in Germany in loincloth only. What did you hear? Did somebody say something? Is this a wood elf newbie yard equivalent area then? Yeah. This is the beginning of it. The zone's still being worked on. So it's the sort of first iteration of. Is that not your corpse, Nick? But just a healer. I've mainly been playing a cleric in most of our little internal playtests, and I'm finding it pretty good. Finding it satisfying. We've got a couple VODs up. If you haven't seen them, check the VODs here. You'll find the last. I think the last VOD's actually Nick and I duoing, and I'm playing like a level. What was it? 47 cleric.
Yeah, we were 48.
Yeah.
And then the one before that, we were, what, 38?
Yeah, like...
37.
Yeah, I think it was 37, 38. The walk of the orc looks really nice. British, Dargis said. I'm trying to remember who animated them. I think that one was probably Orc and Staff. Just the healer? Yeah, take a look. We've got a bunch of odds up, so you can bounce around, but there's typically a cleric involved in any of our internal playtests. You've been playing a lot of Pantheon. I play. Yeah, I've got a cleric in Pantheon as well. Level 10. I haven't played a ton, so he's only level 10. I've enjoyed that as well. It's pretty active. Ours is a bit more chill. Let me see. What is this thing that I'm using back here? I can tell you what the Discord overlay is. 1 second. Or at least I thought I could. My sources are a mess. Is it OBS plugin? I use Streamlabs desktop. I don't remember where I got it. Let me go die down on the street. Oh. No, is it the one that's built into Discord? I thought it was something I had on here. It's just I stuffed into folders and I can't click on it because it's locked. Death Rider, yeah, mobs will have equipped weapons that can drop. Stream Kit voice widget is what it is. Stream Kit voice widget. Yeah, Dargit said even works for some armor. Skeletons will show some armor. And if it's one of the visible slots that are supported, you can see it. Yeah. Did I just... So you may see him like wearing a helmet or... Check some of the old gameplay VODs, like I was saying here. Just kind of browse through our YouTube. Dude, I keep putting my hand in the wrong place. On my keyboard. Did I go the right direction? I am going the wrong way, huh?
Not sure.
Yeah, because I'm way down this path and there's nothing here. Any invisible unicorns that'll instantly kill you in this zone yet? Nope, not yet. Oh, that's what confused me. I saw these guys and I thought I was going in the right direction. I did not realize they had doppelgangers. Can I check spellbook really quick? Yeah. What are you looking for, John? Glizzy, yes, it's the humble beginnings of a new starting zone. Well, I wouldn't say starting zone. Zone. You'll be coming back to it. There you go. See? Loot. Did we swap where bags are? I don't know where Nick... There he is. Oh, he's being chased. Oh, that guy's got good loot. I'm just shooting my arrows randomly off to the side. Ignore me. What loot did he get? He got a rusty scimitar. Put this up here so you can see it. My archery skills remind you of how you do at the range. I feel scared for the folks at the range with you. So the textures are a placeholder, but we are experimenting with some different ways to like try to keep it very retro feeling with some of like our high grass and stuff, so it isn't just like a random potpourri of like procedurally tossed on little squiggle grass. And so one of the things that Bill was trying was like kind of like different blocks of grass that kind of come up, kind of like if you were to run through hay, then it would actually be chest high kind of hay, and then if you're in it, it'd be really cool. Oh no, another one of these guys, really? I think I should just let you eat the loss on that, Nick. You're too aggressive. But when you run through like the high grass or whatever is like a gnome, then you're actually in the volume, and maybe it obstructs your like sight and stuff. These guys are tiny. It'd be cool if there are wolves and stuff in the tall grass that you can't see, including nape plates. Yeah, I mean, that could be an option, right? So what do you think? You see? Oh man, the corpse is in there somewhere. Are you sold on that direction? Do you have other thoughts? No man, bushes are gonna be lit on PvP. Tall grass is cool. I can see it in a swamp too. Tall reeds. In a mix of like mucky water. Red. And reeds and Nick's got no health. Still going for it. Did orcs skip leg day? They don't, dude. They don't need big legs. It's all about it's all about the beach torso, man. They're deceptive though. Dude, I kind of like how that looks right there. The corpse just sticking out of the grass a little bit. I don't know. Just me? All right. Having corpses obscured by tall grass may be more annoying than fun. That's also a fair point. That's why you need a gnome in your group, though. Because the gnome would actually be in there and able to see it. Oh, that's a fair point, John. I keep, I forgot that they moved and I wasn't even thinking about that. That the slots moved. There we go. What if you could see the corpse, but there's a mud action to hide it under the grass? What, hide it from the rest of your group? Alright, I can heal now. Hide it in PvP. Icebreaker Hammerhead, your name is not too long, buddy. It's fine. I'm gonna go sell some of this stuff. I like your long name, to be honest. It's distinct. It's easy to spot in a group of names.
Help.
No, I'm not helping you. You started that. You got 30% health in your.
You got enough mana. It'll be fine.
I don't. I don't have any mana. I'm out of mana. I'm out of mana. The textures are placeholders, guys. He went that way. I'm not gonna help you. It just my group mate's just running in circles, dying. I'm casually selling. What? He's still alive. I'm not gonna help him.
Can you see me cast on myself from over there?
Yeah. There you are.
I didn't see the explosion though.
Where are you on crafting mechanics at this point? You know what? You just reminded me of something important. I'll have to follow up on that in a minute or after the stream. We got some crafting in, and we're bringing on a new trade skill designer to help us focus even more on trade skills. Any plans for inclement weather in this zone? It should already have rain and stuff. There you go. Hey, Blight. Do I need to reload again?
Four.
I thought you had I thought you had like a piece of gear on before. Are you strictly in your bikini?
Oh, I have gear on my screen. Yeah, you might want to reload.
Oh, there you go. Is the rain shooting horizontal when you were running? Yeah, it was doing something weird. It doesn't look like it's horizontal. It looked like it was like impact splashes. Server tech? No, I would assume all of that's decoupled from the server. That should all just be client side. Like once it's active. This will not be on console. It's a PC game. Just the healer? How did you find out about us? Just pops up on stream. Old school EQ. Cool.
So what's the vibe check so far for you on hunting in the zone?
Uh, the small thing I'd say, we need to make a unique skeleton for the zone. Or I need to look at the loot table and just make sure that one quest item only drops in Shaded or in Night Harbor. Generally speaking, it'll be nice as we get a few more kind of like features and landmarks in as the zone continues to flesh out. Then we can look at the kind of the distribution of the random mobs in the wander volumes and see if we can play around with like some thematic density a little bit. Generally speaking, it feels natural, right? Like it already feels natural in here. But it'll be nice when there are those things that sort of catch our interest and start to vary it up a little bit.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I think it's going to come together really nicely. I mean, just based on this and knowing how much is still going to go in here and the fact that we've got placeholder textures, etc. What's up, KV Radiation? And I'll be honest with you, I'm still having a little bit of trouble concentrating tonight. Like the headache's not really gone, so.
You're not able to attack this guy or something?
Yeah, that was weird, right? Like. No, I don't think it's hydration. Good looking out though. I drink a lot of water. Thanks, Icebreaker. Nah, this is a pretty recent phenomenon. Skeletal said KV Radiation is a friend and viewer of mine. Told him to come check it out. Oh, right on. Welcome. So if you're checking out the game for the first time tonight, keep in mind that we are in a very, very work in progress zone. Usually we're playing down in the desert. If you check any of our VODs, I think we've got like over 600 now. You'll see most of that's in the desert. This is a forest zone that we've started working on. So it's a forest zone with a wood elf city that'll be up in the trees, progressing further and further up. And this is the starter area. I do a food log. Yeah, I think we're gonna look at that. And we're also gonna have a blood sugar monitor. Maybe as soon as this week. Cool. Nice, Roach. Nice. Nice touch. Great addition, Nick. Oh, social. A burrito said, "Robot excited to dive back into M&M at some point in the future. Had a great time, a great deal of fun with friends during past playtests." That's nice to hear. Thank you. Who is the first dev to fall to their death from the Elf City and M&M? I don't think anybody has fallen to their death. All of us, we're all very expert game players.
I've never fallen to my death.
Yeah, Nick's actually never in the history of Eminem ever fallen to his death. Speaking of which, we post all the VODs to this on YouTube.
You know what's funny? I've been doing this thing with like my daughter, like where she wants me to like, or she says one of the things she says is like somebody falls down, like Dada fall down, and I've been like purposely falling to like make her laugh and stuff, and she laughs and it's like Dada fall down, and that I forgot to bring that up last time when I did fall to my death in Monsters and Memories.
But of course that didn't happen.
No, of course not.
Dude, I'm
There's
so
no VODs. Don't
I'm so
subscribe
glad
to
it was
YouTube.
you. I came so close to falling so many times in that last playtest. And when you did it, I didn't even realize that's what happened. I was just like, oh, that's an interesting color blue that his health bar turned. Biggest
Yep.
question is UI scaling a thing? I play on my TV. And UI that scales the resolution makes games entirely unplayable to me. Yeah, we've got UI scaling. I don't know if it will scale to your needs yet. We'll have to look at that sort of thing over time, but ooh, opacity, UI scale. You know what? I might the resolution I operate at, I might actually start rocking this a bit lower. Just kind of.
Did you see you can also change the transparency on the chat window when you're like focused versus not focused?
I just saw that. I didn't notice that until just now. Getting there. Oops. Oh, sorry, I just missed your trade.
Whoa, your jump was crazy. You floated for a long time.
You like double jumped just then. Okay, maybe not. UI gets overlooked a lot of times, which is sad. We have our best men on it. All right, so those of you that got here a bit late, I honestly was in Discord. I said I wasn't going to stream tonight because I wasn't feeling up to it. But popped in anyway due to the excitement of Ollie testing his new system out. So Ollie's got a new system, and what it'll do is it'll allow us to do like a lottery in here. So next Friday we're going to try it out for the first time. What it will allow us to do is to fill out our group. So there's 2 of us. If if we've got 3 of us, cool. We may only need 3 people, but in this case we would set the lottery to 4. Everybody that wants to participate, that has the time, the ability, if you're not just like, listening on another tab at work or whatever, we know it's during the day for most of you. You can enter the lottery in chat. If you win, then you'll basically, it'll show that you won. We'll get with you in DMs to get your account info. Basically, we'll just get your email address. We'll look up your account. We'll flag it so that you can log in. You patch, you log in. We'll talk about which classes you guys are going to play. We'll get you all set up, and then you can play with us on stream. So we'll start that Friday. Radiation,
chat,
thank you
how's
for the
it-
follow.
Chat, how does it feel to not be in the desert?
Oh, there was a comment about the fireflies. The like the night. Oops, my candle's dead. The sort of the wispy firefly things in here are currently placeholder. They'll likely be moving around and stuff later. XP said, I miss the desert. It's usually my least favorite biome, but in M&M, Night Harbor is home. Aw.
I don't disagree with that, but it is a nice change of pace.
It is definitely a nice change of pace. Extinguished. Man, seeing the city in the distance is nice. Tsunami said, so is this only Jifei or a mix of that and Neck Forest? I mean, there are gonna be a number of different elements in here that will be thematically appropriate, but unique to the song. Poor orcs, no. Orcs in our game are horrible killing machines.
They don't have families.
They don't have families.
Can you cast a heal on me real quick?
Yeah.
Did you not jump down?
No, I just realized you did though.
Yeah, it's cool to see the city in the distance. Different
Yeah.
vantage points in here.
Yeah. As the various POIs and stuff go in, and little ranger outposts and all sorts of stuff, I think it'll really start to come together and feel neat. Was writing up stuff for the naiads, I was thinking about the other areas as well. Little spider area and orcs and stuff like that. So we get some more written up tomorrow, and that'll be interesting to see how some of this stuff comes together. I know lighting will still be tweaked and stuff in here, but it's already nice to kind of see. And it's funny, you get so used to looking and seeing this like dark that you forget that it's actually canopy and trees, and when you look up and actually see through the canopy to the sky, it's kind of a cool reveal. But yeah, it's gonna be fun seeing players running around and stuff. Would the outposts and city get raids from, say, your equivalent of Crushbone? I'm not gonna spoil any lore for you. Tsunami-san, you'll see. Give it like a couple streams and I'll totally spoil the lore. $100B said, definitely liking the feel of this area, even with placeholder texture. It's really lovely. Oh, thank you. Boom. That always feels nice. Infravision on his character? No. My candle burned out too. Now I have infravision. Does Ultra Vision look different? Oh, we got an ad. Have you considered making item recharging a trade skill instead of a class-based skill, wizard enchanter? Currently, as far as I know, Tsunami-san asked Nick.
Might be both.
Maybe both.
Initially, I wanted to have it so you needed to have like you have to go back to town. And there's like a recharging stone that you have to do, like your recharges by, and then have like a wizard or enchanter do it. But and then maybe that's still the case, but so it might be class plus trade skill. But maybe we'll do just trade skill or something. I don't know.
Is darkness a feature? Yes. Will there be charge-based items that recharge naturally over time, like they get 2 charges per day cycle or something?
Maybe, like if we did a cooldown based thing or something like that.
I think that kind of that per day kind of allocation thing's an interesting mechanic to get in for, just kind of generally speaking, and then it could be applied in that way. So I can't hit this. I can't hit it either. So it's less of a cooldown and kind of like a reset. Oh no. Hey, sleep good, Zukin. Hope you continue to have a good time, buddy. What class would be able to wield a 2-handed hammer and use ice magic? I'm honestly unsure what would meet that description. 2-handed hammer and ice magic.
Maybe a druid?
Yeah, it's like shaman?
Yeah, shaman druid. Probably looking more like druid though.
Surfer's got a question for you as well. And then after you wrap that one up, I'm probably going to get ready for bed. I'm still feeling kind of bleh. And it's about 10. I mean 11. Shit.
Core tenets guiding the development for combat. We have this term called sandwichy combat, which means you should be able to eat a sandwich while you're playing. However, we have moments where you need to put your sandwich down and focus. Yeah, like oh shit moments, except it's like sandwich down moments in our game. So yeah, I mean, it's not meant to be mechanically like oppressive. There's plenty of games that do that really, really well. And you know, like that's not to say there is like no skill requirement whatsoever. There was a lot of skill expression in EverQuest 1, and I feel like No, it's definitely evolved past that a bit, you know. Um, but it's not like a modern MMO kind of take on the combat or anything like that. Check the wiki, maybe Cage-matic.
It's funny, we always talk about sandwichy combat because you got to have like one hand to hold a sandwich, but for whatever reason I also picture this guy. Like whenever we talk about it, it's like one hand's holding a sandwich or one hand's holding a beer and a cigarette. I mean, however, whatever works for you. Lich said that's how I play games. I'm not shocked. I think there are a number of folks out there. Blint's in a blunt.
Yeah, we're 420 friendly here, you know?
That's what the kids are into. 420 is when I wake up from my nap. Are you sure orcs have no families? The last one tried to escape like he had something to live for. Orcs, so... True story. Oh, I'm letting Nick die. True story. I keep forgetting I'm healing. Orcs, despite being like ruthless killing machines, orcs do not necessarily like to squander orc life because it's costly to create more orcs. So they're actually pretty strategic.
Enchanters in M&M will also have illusion forms, yes. There will also be skeleton illusion.
I'm gonna run towards the bridge, though I don't remember which bridge it is. Oh, skeleton. Nick is in skeleton illusion.
It'll display some of your gear. I don't believe all the attachments will work for skeleton illusion, but some of them will.
I think we ran the wrong way, dude. Dargith, is that new? Me getting lost? That's not new. All right. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to 10 o'clock. I've said that twice now. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to wrap up and get some sleep and see if I feel better in the morning.
Sounds good. Feel better.
Yeah, thank you. XV, thank you. McCarran, see ya. Glad you came in here. Friday stream should be a fun one. We'll try the whole lottery thing. We'll see if we can get that working out, and then that'll mean a few of you will be able to hop in here with us. See ya, Lich, Blight, Esan. See you, buddy. 100 Bees, thanks again. Keith, Drew, Loophole, Blitz, Tsunami-san. Thanks for being here. See you, Liz Biscuits, Skeletal, Icebreaker, Hammerhead. Yeah, say goodnight to Nick as well. Thanks for being here, Nick.
Good night, chat. Yeah, sure. It's fun.
See you, Jason. Shalako, thank you for the follow. Alrighty. Alright, guys. I'm going to hit the button now. I will see you on Friday, hopefully.